Today's episode, the shops at Sportsman's Lodge in Studio City.
That's not the episode. The episode is at shops at Sportsman's Lodge. The episode is Roberta's.
Oh.
You want to do it over?
Yeah, why don't you hit play? Or not yet.
Just go ahead.
Today's episode is Roberta's at shops at Sportsman's Lodge in Studio City.
You're hangry.
So shops at Sportsman's Lodge, great little location.
We used to go there for like Easter brunch and things like that.
Well, when it was the Sportsman's Lodge.
When it was the hotel.
Yeah, it's no longer.
And like conference center or whatever. They tore that down and they built a mall. They actually kept, the thing that was famous for at the Sportsman's Lodge was they had these like man-made little creeks and little ponds, and they had a lot of ducks, I think swans as well. So a lot of people like to do weddings there among kind of the swans and everything. And they tore all that out, but they replicated it. They rebuilt it. They rebuilt the little creeks and the big pond, and they built a bunch of shops and restaurants around it. It's kind of like, I would consider it like the Grove of the Valley.
But teeny tiny. It's
very small, but it's intimate, but you kind of feel like you're in it.
It's a cute little place.
It's very cute.
Yeah.
Lots of great places to eat. There's a burger place, there's a Mexican place, coffee place, sushi place, a rotisserie place, Erewhon.
That has everything.
Stores, ice cream. There's an ice cream shop. I mean, there's literally everything there, including
Roberta's
Pizza. Right. So, I mean, in terms of like the setting, obviously we already just talked about it, but it's very cozy and very kind of neighborhoody, and it's a feel-good place, I think.
Yeah. You got families, people of all types are there.
And we got there at night, so it's really pretty at night, especially. Anyway, so Roberta's, originally from New York. I think it's from Brooklyn. I think it's originally in Brooklyn, I believe. And when it came here, there was a lot of talk about it because it was considered, or is considered, and I have not eaten the one in New York, so I don't know. It was considered one of the better pizzas in New York. This kind of Neapolitan style pizza. So we got there, and we ordered the Ursula's Parade.
Yeah.
What? Why are you laughing?
Well, I'm remembering because you were so frustrated with me. And you're like...
I'm always frustrated with you.
Yeah, well, but this time it was because of the pizza. You handed me the menu, you said, pick something. I'm tired of you disliking everything. Pick something that you like.
Very, very difficult. Very difficult.
I don't like anything, really.
He doesn't like anything. But when he likes something, he really likes it.
Which means that when I tell you that I like something, go to that location.
Very, very hard to please. I'll eat anything, but
I'm picky.
He's very picky.
So I really couldn't find anything on the menu, so I asked you for your opinion, and you picked the Ursula. And I looked at what the ingredients were, and I saw clams, and I was like, and I thought, screw it, I'll just fake this one out. But it was actually really good.
I gave you two choices. One of the reasons why I picked the clam was because that's one of the pizza types. It's kind of a staple on the East Coast.
Yeah.
Clam style pizza with clams on it. But we haven't had that yet. So I thought, should we try something new? Or that is an East Coast style pizza made by an East Coast pizza company? Or should we just go with what we're familiar with? And
I'm tired of the stuff that we're familiar with. Like, you keep picking pepperoni pizza and margarita pizza, and to me it's just so boring. Just ugh. So I didn't mind the clam thing, although I was a little apprehensive at the beginning. I just thought it was funny that You thought it was going to be a total tragedy, but it actually turned out to be pretty good.
That was very good.
Yeah, and I like white sauce, so it was good.
Yeah, so it was called Ursula's Paradise. It's not on the main menu. It's an item that's like a seasonal item, I believe, or it's something that they're just temporarily on their menu. It has clam cream, Manila clams, Calabrian chili, mozzarella, parmesan, parsley, and gremolata, which is actually parsley. Gremolata, I think it's a parsley sauce or a parsley condiment. And that has kind of a lemony flavor to it as well. I thought it was very good. It had the pizza came out. It had a nice char on it for Neapolitan pizza, which is supposed to have. The flavors were complex, but not, overpowering. You could taste the clam, but it wasn't like strong. It wasn't like, if anyone has ever had a clam pizza, that will go one of two ways. It could either be really, really great, or it could be really, really bad. And this was really, really great. So, yeah, I thought it was very good.
No, I thought, yeah, it was good. It's funny because as I was done with the piece that I had, I was kind of analyzing it in my head, and then I thought to myself, the crust was a little different than all the other crusts, and then all of a sudden it just hit me. It tasted like a flour tortilla.
Yeah, it had a different. Well, what I think it was is every Neapolitan pizza. When you cook a Neapolitan pizza, a lot of it is the oven. There's different kinds of ovens. There's wood-fired ovens, there's coal-fired ovens, there's gas-fired ovens, and all of them produce a different flavor on the pizza. I believe that this was a wood-fired oven because I can kind of taste that, not oaky flavor, but there's a kind of a wood flavor to it. It kind of tastes like when you're making a tortilla on the grill. You put it on the griddle and you put it on and you kind of flip it over, and it kind of gives a little bit of a char on the flour for the tortilla.
Okay.
It has that flavor to it. It's very similar.
It was just a thick flour tortilla with ingredients on the top of it.
Well, it wasn't a tortilla, but it had that flavor to it.
I'm talking about the flavor.
Yeah. And also, I think it's the flour that they use. It's a really high quality flour, so the flour has a flavor to it. It's not like bland flour. It's got they use a high quality flour, and that helps with the flavor. And I think that's what you're picking up. So I would give it a thumbs up.
Yeah, I would give it a thumbs up. I wouldn't mind going back and trying something else.
Yeah, I think especially because, number one, the pizza is very good, but number two, it just was like it was kind of an environment where you kind of want to hang out, right? You just kind of want to hang out there and have a glass of wine and a pizza and just kind of enjoy the people watching, and it's just kind of a great neighborhood hangout place.
Yeah,
I think.
If you're going at night, take a coat with you because it was a little cold. Yeah. They had bathrooms. How about that?
They had bathrooms.
I had finally gotten to use the bathroom.
Yeah,
it was great.
I think we don't need to talk about that. It's not important.
It was just pain.
Right.
But you know how I hate everything, right? And I just liked so much on this pizza that, let me just throw in the one thing I didn't like about it.
What?
When you're eating clams, and then you get like the shell sometimes is attached to the clam, and then you have that crunch, which is just so awful on your teeth and in your mouth. I had that.
No, I don't know that. I don't know that. I've never experienced that with clams.
No. Well, I don't know if it was a rock or if it was the shell.
Sand. I don't know.
Or maybe sand. I don't know.
I don't know. So we had planned to do a fifth pizza place, but everything in the valley closes at 9:00, so which just drives me nuts. So we missed off going to our last place. So our next episode will be at Gorilla Pies here in the valley as well.
Yeah. Well, you don't want to close so early, right?
Why?
Because they have a lot of old people living here.
Right. I'll leave that alone.
Okay.
So if you like our show, please hit the like button down below and also subscribe so you can see what's coming up next.
Yep.
See you next time.
Bye.